and they have helped a lot of students, so thank you all teachers for supporting us. The thing that I came here on more positive note to talk about is this Friday night is our last choir concert of the year. I've been in choir for 4 years, along with 10 other seniors. We put a lot into the program, and we would love to see community members, board members, everyone there. It would be amazing for everybody to come. So I hope that everybody will come see the last choir concert of the year. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Coach Dan Sullivan. I've been coaching at this high school for 12 years now. I this year actually decided to be just the equipment manager on the track because I care about the equipment. I've seen a lot of arguing on both sides. Yes, there is some difficulties with the board. Yes, there is some difficulties with Mr. Lindsay. But Mr. Lindsay has also done some very good things for this high school, and he has brought up the grade point average. That cannot be disputed. I am very disappointed in some football players and some basketball players that did a very big mistake. I think the alternative to that is to make them work for free for 1 year at this high school. Put back to the community. If we work together with the stakeholders and the board, and I think both need work at this point, we can make this high school one of the best high schools in the entire Bay Area. But we have to work together. We can't constantly bicker and fight. Yes, I agree with the stakeholders on certain things. And yes, believe it or not, I agree with Mr. Lindsay on many things. I agree that there has to be discipline and structure. And yes, unfortunately, sometimes high school has to be run as a corporation. It isn't a corporation, it's a school, but it has to have the same structure. If the board constantly puts down people, though, that keep getting up here to speak because they don't agree upon everything, it won't work. If the stakeholders don't agree with the board and don't work with the board, it won't work. We now need to cooperate and work together. Benefit this school.
To address the board tonight to express my deep disappointment in the choices that you have made for this last year. Your decisions and votes have caused such great harm to the school and specifically to our students. The board's role is to govern and make sure the principal, or in this case the executive director, is doing his job. As Dr. Brian Carpenter so vehemently pointed out in his training, the job of the board is to determine how well the executive director is doing his job. So let's review just how well the job has been done at Clayton Health. In the last year, several unfair labor claims have been filed by the California Teachers Association. There have been complaints filed with the Department of Fair Employment and Housing Agency. There was the writing and submission of charters without board's knowledge or approval, with false talks about a county-imposed deadline that wasn't true. There's pending litigation on several fronts. 14 staff members have resigned since the beginning of the school year. Board election manipulation has occurred. Sexual harassment complaints have been expressed. Bullying and harassment complaints have been expressed. Over $500,000 have been spent on legal fees. Teachers are begging you to hear their concerns, begging you. It is the fiduciary duty of the board to investigate all of these issues, yet you continue to simply praise the work of this administration and refuse to even acknowledge that there are any issues. Last Wednesday, the staff and the principal will be hired for next year. This should be a board decision, not the decision of the executive director to promote himself and hire someone else to do his job. I found out about it with the rest of the staff. Last week, Mr. Merriam, you refused to meet with the staff senate, the elected teacher representatives of the staff. You refused to meet with them, and they wanted to discuss issues and how to move our school forward in a positive direction. You refused to meet with them. You continue to refuse to fulfill your fiduciary duty as a board and are merely a rubber stamp for the executive director. Your actions have irreparably harmed our school and students, and I will no longer be a part of your abhorrent behavior. I echo Ms. Tarantino's plea to you. Please, Mr. Astradorian, make a difference and help us. I hereby resign from the board.
have the charter
Second warning.
based on you and Mr. Lindsay. I have not violated anything. It's a public forum.
Step out or we'll have you escorted. Thank you. Before we move on with public comment, I do want to address a comment that Ms. Lyman made with regards to me.
You guys are a disgrace. Shame and a disgrace.
Thanks, sir. The Faculty Senate is a body that is made up by CVCHS, which is the union on campus that supports predominantly the teachers. And in that agreement, they have the ability, as part of the union, to come together as a faculty senate to address issues that they, or rather issues that are pertaining specifically to them as faculty and as employees of the school. This is a right that they have as part of their union, and the construct of that right is to have a conduit to take those concerns and feedback directly back to the administration. Yes, I was asked by Dana Tarantino and Amber Lineweaver to attend the Faculty Senate to hear their concerns and to represent the board. And I declined that. And the reason why I declined that was for three main reasons. The first is it's not the board's duty to get involved in union issues. We are here to respect the rights of our union members and let them have at their will of the union and what they want to do as union members. That's not the role of the board, and I do not want to meddle in that. Secondly, our executive director is the leader of this high school, and he will remain the leader of that high school until he decides to move on or this board no longer supports him. Right now, this board fully supports Dave Lindsay as our executive director. Therefore, we empower him on behalf of the administration to do the work of employee relations and to meet with the faculty senate amongst our other employees as is agreed upon between Clayton Valley Charter High School and the faculty senate. Thirdly, I agree that we need to have more open and conducive dialogue as far as the issues that are facing the school. But I did not believe that that was the appropriate forum to move forward, and I suggested to Mrs. Tarantino, as I suggested to her many times, why don't you host a coffee meet and greet at your home as a new trustee, very similar to the way we see other city councilmen or public officials do. And I said that I would partner with her on that accord and go to her home and meet with anyone of the public, including our employees or whoever wanted to show up, and actually have a conducive dialogue. I would be representing myself, not the board, and Dana would be representing herself as an individual trustee. She never took me up on that. And that was the third reason why I did not show up at the faculty senate, because I feel there are better and more effective channels in order to provide those open dialogues and relationships with the public and our employees. So I want to clarify that there. And I hope I acted on the best interest of the board and also the school. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. We'll now move on with Marcia Mason.